Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard brings about major shifts in the gaming world. Call of Duty is completely postponing all of its Season 2 content, and Battlefield 2042 could go free to play very soon. Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard has sent ripples across the gaming world, with plenty of confusion and questions being asked on what this actually means for gamers. And I think it's fair to assume that many Sony and PlayStation fans felt like their beloved video games may become Xbox exclusives, most notably future Call of Duty titles. Head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, acknowledged this growing concern and addressed it head-on, stating that he had discussed the matter with leaders at Sony last week, and he emphasized his desire to keep the Call of Duty franchise alive across Xbox and PlayStation. And this is great news for fans on both platforms. However, it should be noted that Spencer specifically mentions Call of Duty here, which leaves the door open for Activision Blizzard's other titles like Overwatch and Warcraft. Could those potentially become Xbox exclusive titles instead? Remembering Microsoft with its acquisition of Bethesda already confirmed that Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield will be Xbox and PC exclusives, so it isn't really out of the realm of possibility that some Activision Blizzard titles will be too. And despite this story breaking a few days ago, the whole Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition is still a hot topic right now, with news surfacing every single day. How did it happen? Who gains the most from the deal? Why did it happen now? Well, the Wall Street Journal reported that the ongoing employee misconduct allegations at Activision Blizzard acted as sort of a catalyst for Microsoft to approach Activision about a potential takeover. According to the article, Microsoft had been interested in acquiring Activision Blizzard for quite some time. Even Bobby Kotick, the head of Activision Blizzard, was on board with the idea. However, he was unhappy with Microsoft's proposal to replace him as CEO. Other avenues explored by Kotick were acquiring notable gaming trade publications such as Kotaku and PC Gamer. All of this being an attempt to change the public narrative of the company. Microsoft may also be looking to further expand their game offering by bringing back older Activision Blizzard titles. Phil Spencer shared in an interview that he would love to bring back older games from his childhood, such as King's Quest or Guitar Hero. He also hopes to chat with individual studio leaders and discuss working on a larger variety of games rather than just Call of Duty. And this might mean that Call of Duty may someday step away from its normal annual releases. Call of Duty issued a statement on social media channels during the week announcing the postponement of Warzone and Vanguard Season 2 content. Season 2 has been pushed back until February 14th due to the current state of both Vanguard and Warzone. The development studios aim to take the time now to polish the entire experience, improve the game's stability, tackle any bugs or glitches, and improve general optimization on the different platforms. This news is a clear reflection of how the player base is feeling toward the series at the moment. Community forums such as the Warzone subreddit feature waves of angry players complaining about a multitude of issues. A key point to note when considering all of this is that a large portion of the QA department at Raven Software is actually still on strike at the moment after a series of layoffs back at the start of the year. These strikes undoubtedly affect quality testing, hence why content production needs to be slowed down. Hopefully the QA team's issues are solved quickly and work can commence on future seasons. Prominent industry insider Tom Henderson shared some polarizing intel on Twitter, stating that EA is very disappointed with how Battlefield 2042 has performed and is apparently looking at all kinds of options right now, which even includes making the game free to play in some capacity. Now, what this translates to exactly is anybody's guess. Maybe certain portions of the experience will be free to download, like Hazard Zone or Portal, for example. Either way, a free-to-play model certainly suggests a much bigger focus on microtransactions, presumably in the form of store items like weapons and specialist cosmetics. Based on the Steam figures alone, Battlefield 2042's player count has dropped from an all-time high of 100,000 players all the way down to just 3,400. Now granted, these are just Steam figures, of course, it's not the entire player base, so console player base and other PC platforms such as Origin need to be taken into consideration, but the Steam charts do reflect the overall community sentiment. There also appears to be a growing disconnect between what teams working on Battlefield will say and what they actually do. Earlier in the week, Battlefield released an update on how they would be combating different XP boosting servers in the Battlefield Portal mode, though just the next day, a zombie survival survival experience was published by them, which granted outrageous amounts of XP along with weapon achievements. The next day, the experience was removed from Portal, but not after many players were able to exploit it, and this seems to be very telling of EA's general grasp on the situation of Portal, XP farming, and the player base in general. If EA does decide to make a portion of Battlefield free to play, how do you think they should go about it? I think making Portal a free to play experience could be an excellent way to sort of function as a gateway platform to get players to buy the base game, and also just popularize the Portal mode so that many players can partake in it and enjoy that experience. Now, thankfully, it isn't all bad news from DICE, as they appear to be tackling the widespread invincibility glitch affecting the PC player base for Star Wars Battlefront 2. This glitch has been ruining the PC experience since October of last year. In-game, all the players within a match would have their health capped at 1 HP, meaning they could not be eliminated. This HP glitch would even keep players alive if they ventured outside of the playable area. Needless to say, fans on PC have been begging for a fix over the holiday season. Kevin Johnson, one of Battlefield's community managers, engaged with the community over on Reddit to share that the team is looking into things and that a fix is coming soon. Now, on the topic of Star Wars, the new LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga finally received its public release date of April 5th. However, recent reports of severe developer crunch has certainly cast some shade on the new gameplay reveal. One such report has revealed that the game's development included crunch, mismanagement, and high staff turnover. According to both past and current developers interviewed, both TT Game Studios based in the UK encouraged a culture where working overtime was practically mandatory. One employee even shared that the team was told if people don't start doing overtime, there's going to be problems. Along with these intense hours and harsh conditions, reports indicate both TT Game Studios were hostile towards women on their teams. Comments on their physical appearance or bullying, not to mention lower wages. And with serious technical issues plaguing the game's development since 2017, it's almost a miracle the developers got this game to where it appears to be today, unfortunately at the expense of the workforce. Halo Infinite has added a brand new deathmatch variant called Attrition. This mode is part of the Cyber Showdown event lasting until January 31st. It pits two teams of 4 against each other with a pool of 8 lives per team. Once those lives have been depleted, a fun take on sudden death ensues. And instead of simply respawning, you will remain in a down state unless one of your teammates manages to revive you. If all 4 players on one team are eliminated, they lose the round. The cherry on top is the end of round danger zone. This phase of the round slowly restricts the playable area, forcing everyone into much tighter engagements. Halo fans have quickly rallied around this limited time mode, praising it immensely. There's always room for a comeback, and tensions are kept high throughout the entire round. Dying Light 2 is just weeks away from launching in February, and developers at Techland have further clarified some of the key details that fans have been asking for, namely the game's upgrade path. Players that pick the game up on PlayStation 4 can upgrade to the PlayStation 5 edition at no extra cost. The same applies to the Xbox platform, as Dying Light 2 also supports Microsoft's Smart Delivery, meaning that anyone who purchases the game on Xbox One will be eligible to upgrade to the Series X or S version for free. Dying Light 2's developers Techland have also shared that they are committed to supporting the game post-launch for 5 years. The team claims that these 5 years will be filled with exciting new content and expansions. Now, before we get on to our final news story, I'd love to know what you guys are thinking of the Activision Blizzard acquisition and what it might mean for some of gaming's biggest titles like Call of Duty. Would you prefer if Call of Duty stopped being an annually released game? Let us know in the comments section below. During this year's Awesome Games Done Quick event, which incredibly raised $3.4 million for charities, one of the speedrunners, McCriz, took 2019 Sekiro head-on, attempting to complete it as fast as possible with a twist. Mitch amazingly completed the game in just 2 hours while blindfolded. He is just one of 3 players to have ever done this in the world. From Software games typically features a steep learning curve, and Sekiro is no different. The game's focus on parrying and deflection surprisingly lends itself quite well to blindfolded runs, as a lot of the timing is based on hearing. And not to take away from this truly impressive speed run, it should be mentioned that Mitch opted to go with one of the shorter endings of Sekiro. With that said, a tremendous amount of patience and game knowledge is still needed to do something like this, and it is an amazing achievement. And that wraps it up for this week in gaming. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.